Hello, my name is Micah, and in this video I'll be sharing with you my journal lineup for 2023. I love watching journal lineup videos at this time of year and hearing about people's Techo Kaigi's journal lineups, all the wonderful notebooks that they're gonna keep and what they're gonna keep track of. There's just so much inspiration in hearing about how other people journal and what they keep track of, and so I wanted to share mine with you in the hopes that, yeah, you find some inspiration and maybe some new ideas of what to journal about and how to journal. So really excited. Some of these I already started this year, and some of these are brand new to me, so that's going to be exciting. So it's a little bit of a mix of old and new, or reintroducing a couple things too, but we're gonna get to that in just within this video at some point. So yeah, let's dive in. We have lots to cover. I thought I had a minimal lineup, and maybe for some this is still considered minimal, but in terms of the weight, this is quite heavy. So yeah, without further ado, let's talk about my journal lineup. So first up, maybe start with something that is very new to me or I'm gonna start for the first time next year, and that is my Hobonichi 5-year journal. So this is gonna take me from 2023 to 2027, and I'm sure lots of you have seen what this looks like, the Hobonichi 5-year journal. It's so cool to have the day on one page and then have an extra empty page with space for photos, for ephemera, for drawing. I think that's really fun. I can see how this page might develop over the years, you know, where you put little bits and pieces here and there, and then it turns into this collage that you worked on for 5 years. I think that's so fascinating. I'm typically not someone who journals daily or keeps track of sort of the daily goings on in their life, but I think I miss having that record of the day-to-day and the sort of beautiful mundane, if you will. And so I think this is gonna give me just enough space to jot some notes down about the day and have a record of that. And it's not going to be intimidating because it's not that much space, and also I don't have to necessarily decorate an intricate page as it would be with, say, a Hobonichi cousin or something like that, where you have a full page per day. So this is going to be very minimal but so fun, and I'm definitely very motivated by the thought of having a book where I can just read through a day over 5 years. So yeah, really excited about this one, and I did treat myself to this very special Mina Perhonen cover. I love the colors, I love the little flowers, and the texture is just so nice. So I think this is going to be a joy to work in, and I'm excited about it. Okay, let's talk about the journaling that I usually do, which is, again, not daily, but more just thoughts when they come up, or keeping track of ideas and inspirations and thoughts. And so that is my creative journaling. So my creative journaling is I do whenever things occur to me or whenever I write something, or when I do go on a trip. And so my creative journaling is a lot of different things: papers, drawings, photos. And like I said, this is what I've been doing the last 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, more or less. And so that hasn't really changed. Maybe the style has changed slightly. What's new this year is that I've fallen in love with the traveler's notebook size of it all. So working in this format is really exciting to me right now. I keep picking this up and working in this little insert. This is a traveler's notebook insert with the cream Midori paper. So yeah, really exciting. Similarly, I have also worked in this A6 Hobonichi notebook. So again, a creative journal just in a different format with different paper. And I pick these books up just based on what feels right at the moment, or if I know what I'm journaling about and how I want to lay it out. I either pick up the A6 or the Traveler's Notebook. So these are the same, fulfill the same function as a creative journal. They're just different format and different paper, but they're more or less interchangeable. This, by the way, is one of the Hobonichi covers from this year. I think the colorway is called Willow Tree, with the beautiful sienna brown and this like mint green on the inside, with a cover on cover also from this year's lineup, which has these like beautiful constellations on it, really cute. So yeah, that's my creative journaling that I've been doing for about 2 years, and that I'm gonna continue doing next year. Actually, before I put this away, this is, by the way, is a fabric cover that I made myself. I have a tutorial on my channel about how to make these. I have another insert, and this is something, again, that I started this year and intend on keeping up next year, and that is my joy journal. I know the outside doesn't look like it just yet. I haven't quite found the pieces yet that I want to put on the cover, but I'm sure I will at some point. Something is just gonna jump out at me and say this needs to be on your joy journal cover. So in this insert, I basically keep track of things that bring me joy, whether it's objects or experiences, and I journal in the same way I journal in my creative journals, in that I use ephemera bits, washi tape, drawings, photographs. It's just that it's more curated because it's all the things that bring me joy. This page I did on camera. There's a journal with me video for this one. And I just like the idea of, one, making joy a priority like that, because if you pay attention to it because you want to journal about it, I don't know, it just becomes more of a priority in your life, and I like that. I want joy to be prominent in my life, and it's also just it's going to be a nice book to flip through, because everything in this book will make me smile and be grateful, and so that's just a really, really fun and rewarding practice, and so I'm very excited to keep this up next year. I also have a secondhand leather Traveler's Notebook cover, which houses something very exciting that I've come back to this year, and that is my illustrated journal insert. So this is the sketchbook insert by Baumkuchen, and it has like this thicker drawing paper in it, and I illustrate certain experiences and things that I want to keep a record of. And this is exciting because I used to do illustrated journaling exclusively for years, and then sort of lost touch with it, and then got back into journaling through creative journaling, and now I'm also finding my way back to illustrated journaling, and it's quite fun to do it on this in this standard Traveler's Notebook size. Sometimes also a little bit challenging. Here is just a sketch of something that I still have to finish, but I wanted to not forget about it, so I quickly sketched it out. And then here I was, just last week I was in New York, and so I sketched some people on the subway. So yeah, that's something that I want to do a lot more of next year, is illustrated journaling, sketchbook journaling. However, I think there's like several ways of saying that. Something that I did at the beginning of this year is work in this journal, this sketchbook by Royal Talents Art Creation. I did similar things where I just drew my day in these little drawings and then added some explanatory text. I also did some like little comic strips here too, where I was afraid that I had shaken off a spider into my soup while heating it up. Something that I have noticed both about this when I had worked in this sketchbook as well as in this is that I love it, but I think I would like a bigger notebook for it as well, so that I can experiment a little bit more with panels like this or other panels, and just have a little bit of a wider page. I do like that. So I might actually buy another sketchbook for that, and then I'll just keep this as a sketchbook insert to go on trips with me, so that I have drawing paper with me at all times, and then have something bigger for at home. So yeah, illustrated journaling will definitely be happening next year, and I'm excited because I'm getting back into it. Maybe I can share in a different video, I can share some of my older sketchbook journals or illustrated journals, however you want to call it. Oh, on that note also, I bought this from a German publisher, Péridot, if that's how you say it. This is a visual diary, and it has these little panels on every page with some prompts of what you're gonna draw, and then keep track of your days and the things around you that way, and then you can just fill in the date on the bottom. So for example, this page has the prompts, the floor pattern where I woke up, where I ate breakfast, in the bathroom, and where I am going to sleep. So this, for example, would be a great page to do when you're on a trip and there's all these interesting different floorings where you are. Here you're just going to keep track of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between. Yeah, just all kinds of fun little prompts. I thought this was so cute. And if I find that these squares are too small, I could always just use it as a prompt reference. So yeah, really, really fun. And the paper is actually really nice. I was surprised they even had a like little space in the back here for trying it out. And I mean, it even takes fountain pen ink. So really excited. So yeah, I'll have that linked below in case you speak German and want to pick it up. I did not see an English version of this on their website, but yeah, that's illustrated journaling. Oh, before I forget, because this is also about drawing, this is another Traveler's Notebook secondhand leather cover that I bought, and the person who had sold it to me actually included a Medor, just a normal Traveler's Notebook insert, and I want to do some ink drawings, just get better at making ink illustrations, and so this is going to be more of a sketchbook really, but hopefully something that I do regularly, and because it's in a journal cover, I'm just going to put this with all my journals. So super fun. Then I have this Hobonichi Weeks. This is just going to be my very functional planner. I always have a weekly planner. I like working out my to-dos that way. I am my own boss. I work for myself. I have my own business and illustration practice. So most of my planning is really taking or making sure that I know what is on my to-do list and how I break it out for that week. And then I have the odd, haircut appointment or whatever. So there's not much to really keep track of. So I like this is the first time I'm going to be using a Hobonichi Weeks, but I've had weekly planners like this before, and I know I like the format of having the week on one side and then the blank page on the other side, because again, it's so easy to keep track of to-dos that way, or jot down little notes about things. And so, yeah, this is just, I mean, now because it's new, I did a lot of decoration, but I'm not sure that this is always going to be this nice looking. It's going to be really, really functional, but I'm excited. And then I'm excited about just keeping trackers and things in the back and just having it all in one book rather than having a planner and a separate notebook. So I also am not sure how much of this I'm going to share in videos, simply because, one, I think it might turn into something really boring, and two, you know, it's just not much going on there. But yeah, nonetheless, very excited. Love this color. I know it's very shiny with the cover on cover. And then I just stuck one of my Cat Collage Club printables in there as decoration. So yeah, really cute. And then last but not least, again, something new, is another Hobonichi Weeks that I actually picked up at Yoseka in New York City last week, which was very fun and very special to be going into the actual store. And this is going to be my journal about making a comic book. So I've set the goal of writing and drawing a comic book next year. And I thought about, well, maybe it would be nice to keep track of how I go about it. And so the idea is that each day I just write a little bit about, today I worked on, you know, the character designs. Today I wrote more about in the script, or today I realized I still have to figure out how to such and such, or today I studied this comic book and realized that they did a great job at dialogue writing, or something like that. So really a maker's journal in a way. It's going to keep a record of how I hopefully make this book. So it's going to be a lot of fun to look back on, and maybe even educational, both for me and some other folks maybe. And then I have enough space to keep some extra notes, maybe even do some drawings here and there. And then also, it's going to be almost like a tracker, because if I, you know, fall off the bandwagon a little bit, I will see, oh goodness, I haven't written in this journal for 2 weeks. Better do something to keep the project alive. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. And then in the notes pages, I can, yeah, again, just keep track of my process. And then in the month's overview, maybe I can fill in some comic book fairs or other events around graphic novels and comic books. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. I love the cover. It feels so nice. So this is going to be really special, I think. And that's it. That is my journal lineup for 2023. Again, some old friends, some new friends, things that I'm excited about trying. And if you would like to see me fill in these journals, then subscribe to stay connected. I'm definitely gonna share as much as I can. And hopefully you found some inspiration in this video, maybe gave you some ideas on things that you want to try with your notebooks and journals. Please, in the comments below, if you feel like sharing, let me know what you're using next year. I always find that stuff so fascinating and like chatting about journals and notebooks and all that good stuff. So yeah, thanks again for sharing this time with me. And until next time, happy journaling!